Ultimately, we all have these mismatched things in our life, man. We're born with these perceptions of our parents and teachers and those that were in our lives at an early age that taught us their way of doing things. Better Man choosing to get your house in order. This is the Better Man channel, where it is about becoming a better man, the best man possible, continuing to learn, adapt, adjust, better and better every day. And I'm going to preface this story that I'm about to tell with the fact that the other day, me and my son, he was with my mom and he was changing his shirts. We were going to run and do something. And she was like, let me iron that for you, or at least let me throw it in the dryer. And I told her, nah, he's fine. And he was kind of complaining, I don't want to do it. It's okay. And I said, it's all right. It was wrinkled, but I was like, we're just going wherever we were going to town. I'm like, it's okay. He's a kid. Let him, whatever. And there was kind of a little argument with it, and she was upset about the situation. I got to thinking, you know, what's the deal here? And as we were going to wherever we were going on the way, I thought, you know what? In life, how people see us and perceive us is how they're going to treat us, right? And I don't ultimately give a shit what people think I look like, and I don't really care what people think about me, but I do want to be presentable. And I got to thinking, you know what? I need to teach my son how to present himself well so that people will perceive him as a man that has his stuff together. And so I apologized to my mom, and I went back to my son and I told him, hey man, we want to present ourselves in a presentable manner. It's not that we care what people think about us, but we do want to present ourselves in a way that is, people will respect us. And so I'm at work today, and I noticed this man, and he's not matching. I mean, noticeably not matching. And I got to thinking, he never matches. And he's one of those guys that probably came with no money, growing up, didn't have a lot of money. And I started thinking that, you know, maybe as a child, he just had these certain clothes, and it didn't matter if they matched. He just had to wear what he had. And he grew up with that mindset of not really knowing how to match or put a wardrobe together. And I started thinking, in my life and in our lives, how many things that we just don't match because we don't know, right? And other people can look at our lives and look at our situation and realize, man, their things are just not aligning up. They're not matching. And we may think we have it all together, but we're missing something in our lives because we just don't know. And the only way to learn anything or to know anything new is to learn it. We have to always be willing to take a look, an outside perspective back in at our lives and say, is there something I'm missing? Is there something that's not matching, that's not lining up that I could begin to put together? And if you want to do that, you have to begin to learn. And we live in an information age where at the snap of the finger, it's available to us. If you want to learn something new in your life, you can learn it that day, that hour, and begin to put it into practice and make it a habit. This guy has no reason in this day and age where he can't learn about his wardrobe and about matching. But also, he's just been born with that mindset. As a young child, he probably just said, hey, you have this shirt and these shorts, and you put them together. And so he's got to begin to look at his environment and see, hey, is there anything that I could adapt in my life to where, not that I fit in with others, but that I'm presenting myself in a manner that deserves respect. And so in our lives, we've got to begin to look at the external, not so that we're fitting in or trying to be like them, but that we know how to present ourselves, because how people perceive us is how they're going to treat us. If we want to get our life aligned and with our goals and the direction that we want to be, we have to learn from those around us. We have to learn from the people that have arrived at the destination that we're seeking to go to. What direction are you wanting to go? And then begin to take a look at people's lives that are already there and begin to mirror some of the things that have gotten them there. If your life is not matching, it's time to learn something new. And in learning something new, we'll find out that we begin to match up with the direction we want to go. And ultimately, we all have these mismatched things in our life, man. We're born with these perceptions of our parents and teachers and those that were in our lives at an early age that taught us their way of doing things. And if it's not working, or maybe it's not lining up the way you want to, we've got to begin to mirror and reflect the characteristics of some of those people that are already living the successful life that we admire and that we aspire to achieve. So if you want to get matched up, start learning something new, start adapting, start adjusting, become the better man that you're capable of by always tweaking and adjusting the necessary areas in your life so that you can get where you want to be. I love you guys. You'll hear from me next episode.